everyone, it's your girl Jay, and welcome to the Daily Dose Podcast, also known as the DDP. We're down with DDP.
You know me.
We're down with DDP.
You know me. Is that what?
Yeah, you know me. We're down with DDP.
Yeah, you know me.
We're down with DDP. You feel like, it seems like you're being held hostage by me to say this. I'm with my friend Jazz, as I promised last week. Last week it was very much reviewing new songs centric, but this week it's a lot more drama centric. So let's get started. So far, when it comes to the girls who were in IOI, the group that was formed with the first season of Produce 101, we've had Gugu Dan, we've had Pristine, we've had Chungha's solo debut, and we've had Somi do everything on this earth that there is to do. So finally we are getting Yoojung and Doyeon's. Oh, we also had Cosmic Girls with Youngjang. She joined that. But now we're finally getting Yoojung and Doyeon's group. And so they've already revealed members, but this week we got their official name reveal and we got their official date. So the name is, drumroll please, Wacky Wacky. I'm super wacky, wacky, wacky. What was the other one? Oh, wacky, wacky, wacky. Wacky, 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 wacky. Wacky, wacky, wacky. I said messy. Wacky, 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 wacky. Yes, the group is called Wacky Meki. Maybe there's like some deeper meaning behind it. Maybe the wack and the mek are like yin and yang, in which, I don't know. There might be a deeper meaning. I heard Wacky Meki and I just closed my laptop and threw it out the window. So I didn't really have time to process. But I'm sure it actually means something deep. I don't know.
I really hope it is.
We like debated whether I should have my laptop or not. So I'm doing this laptopless today. I feel like nowadays, like, when people think of names, do they really think this is a group that I want around for years? Like, I feel like you really have to think, why am I like this? I feel like you really have to think, is this name ageless? Like, some of the names that, we talked about this, but some of the names that I feel like, this is gonna hurt talking about them because they're disbanded, but 2NE1 is definitely a name, I think, whether they're in their teens, in their 30s, in their hundreds.
It still sounds nice.
Yeah, it still sounds so. And Girls' Generation also aged very nicely.
Yeah.
I also think Wonder Girls would have been one that aged nicely. Tiara, I feel like would have been one.
Yeah.
But Wacky Meki just sounds like it's very like a young teen group.
Yeah.
Unless they.
I mean, they did go from I-teen.
Somebody said that. I thought it was I-teen, but somebody said that was just like a placeholder name.
That's what I thought. I thought it was like kind of like, I guess the SM Rookie Boys or whatever. They had like some weird name. It was like SMR.
Yeah, SR 2015.
Yeah. So I feel like it's something like that.
But I mean, they can already make a cool gang sign. We wacky wacky.
That's cool.
Yeah. They're hood. They're gonna be a rap group.
Just imagine.
I'm ready for Yoojung to like.
She's gonna start rapping. Doyeon's like the singer.
She's gonna rap too. She's like, you thought.
Come out with a do-rag.
But overall, it's gonna be interesting to see what this group has to offer, and they're coming out on the 8th, which you mentioned means they're going head to head with
101.
101.
I think they come out the 7th.
101. I think that's a smart tactic though, because like the 101 hype will bring IOI nostalgia.
Yeah.
And they'll be genius. Fantagio. Speaking of 101, so we so far, we haven't gotten any new songs, but we've got an official OT11 pictures.
And they did a commercial.
The
beer. The older ones did the beer. And then they also did
the campaign for the clay mask.
Yeah.
They looked so cute in that. But a big announcement, they finally revealed the name of their fan club, and it is Wannable. It's Wannable because it's putting 101 in able. Is the verb able or the?
I feel like they were trying to go for wannable. You're wanted.
I am?
Well, you're not a fan. No.
How dare you?
I am.
I'll admit, the people that I was rooting from the very beginning. How dare you? But I do like Jihoon, so of course. I mean, I'm not gonna be like Jihoon, who the rest of all y'all, but I'm gonna see. You know, I'm interested to see what their songs are gonna sound like, honestly, because they did like a really vast array of
songs
for when they split up into groups and they all have a song. So I'm really interested.
Never is still the best one to me. I'm just quizzing you. I'm quizzing you.
But I'm really excited because people have really high expectations. People are like, I think people are really interested in how they're gonna compete with big wigs like EXO and BTS. A lot of people are like, you know, they were a group that was created by the nation's producers. So they're already starting out with that public relevancy that a lot of boy groups take a long time to earn. Because, you know, like, so, I mean, that's more to do with digital sales than physical sales. And you saw with their songs, they were top in chart.
Yeah, that Never was the one that was #1 for a while.
They were good. But in terms of physical sales, you know, a lot of people are casting votes in this. So will that reflect in their physical sales? Will they be moving like 5 million units?
Well, apparently, like, your people are allowed to vote for, like, their first song. Apparently. Like, they're gonna have, like, a couple of songs and then...
a good thing or a bad thing?
I don't know. See, that's the weird thing. I don't know how that's gonna turn out. But the nation's producers are supposed to... Not you. Not me either. I can't vote. But yeah, they're supposed to like apparently vote for that. I don't know if that's still happening, but I remember that was like one of the first things they announced when they first were announced as a group. But yeah. I'm just interested. I hope they go like the fresh boy 17 route.
Ooh. I forget what the song that Moonbook's group did.
I know you. It's like something like.
Sign me. You hear these pipes? Sign me.
That was gibberish.
Pipes. I want a song like that. Yeah, so I'm just really excited to see how well they do. Yeah. Next up. So, it was what day was it? What are you going for? EXO's teasers. Oh. It was the night of June 9th.
Actually, wasn't it actually... Today is June 9th.
It was the night of June 8th.
It was the day of June.
It was the afternoon of June 8th. So let me just skip because this whole storytelling thing that I was trying to do isn't working. My fave, I don't know, Jasmine kind of likes them, but one of my favorite groups, EXO, is finally coming back. We knew that they were coming back in July, but we finally got teasers and they opened up a Twitter account, but apparently this is not the first time they opened a Twitter account.
I didn't know this.
Apparently they opened it up for the Call Me Baby promotion. Actually, no, I kind of remember that, I think.
They did?
I think it was part of the clues. Remember?
I didn't have
wow. Remember back then?
I didn't have a Twitter.
Oh yeah, I don't think you did.
2014?
No, it was 2015.
15.
It had to be from the Call Me Baby. Back in the day when we used to use the Twitter. They opened up a Twitter account called We Are One EXO?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it started out with just having one single tweet, and it was like this feature on Twitter I've never even seen before, where you could choose like a hashtag, and it was EXO, Coco Bop, or like the war, and if you chose it, you would get to see their teaser.
Yeah.
And I was like, did y'all literally invent new technology for Twitter for this? Only SM. So you were sent to this like extraordinary tropical toucan Sam Fruity Loops tease like type teaser where you saw a glimpse of like some of the members.
Yeah.
You know, Sehun had the
Cheeto hair,
and I was like, wow, he was going so well with keeping that black hair. And then they were like, time for some Cheeto dye. A lot of people think they saw Lay in this.
I still don't believe it.
It was a screen cap. I saw on Twitter, and people were saying it was Lay. Now, there's a reason why Jasmine does not think it's Lay. I don't know if she wants to share.
I'm not gonna say it.
I don't know if she wants to put her business on Front Boulevard.
I'll say it. It's just the hairstyle. Just like it looks like
the hairstyle. Fake. That hair is black, and I think Lay has had black hair for like ever.
Why would he be in the video but not? be part of the whole thing.
Well, they actually do that. They do that a lot of times. I know in BTS, sometimes like people will be singing a part that's not actually theirs because the way that the choreography is set up.
But like, if he's not going to promote with them, why put him in the choreo?
Well, I think it was.
Or is it maybe he's not in the choreo.
Maybe just
have a cameo. I mean,
have a cameo in his own group. Are you kidding me? I'm crying.
A cameo in a group comeback that he wasn't supposed to be in. Make it sound like that. Or make it sound like in his own group.
EXO featuring. I'm crying.
Stop.
EXO featuring like. I really hope it's him though, because even if he's not gonna. What are you gonna be cute? He's in their
comeback. Because everyone's like, oh, he's not gonna be there. They're like, you're not expecting that. It's cute that he comes back when you're not expecting it.
Okay, I can get it from that point, but I'm just like, oh, look at him featuring. It's like,
don't make it seem like I'm sad for him. Like, oh my gosh, he finally gets a chance. No.
I don't know. I hope it's late because it kind of, like, when I reported it, I was just kind of like, it would just be weird because legacy purposes. Like, for him to not be in it, like,
yeah.
That's like a dark time to look back. The comeback I didn't participate in, to the point where I just wasn't even in the video. Like, that, I really hope it was him. But if it is him, why they gotta play like that? Just show him, because you know we were like worrying about whether he's in it or not.
I'm not surprised. They're like, are you sure? Think about it. And then they just show him like in the video and you're like, we knew. Like, why, SM? Why are you playing?
He's in this group, so we're not gonna applaud you. Like, what? But I'm really, really excited. I feel like it's already giving you like a summery vibe, and I don't know, like their music's always really good, and it was super experimental with Exact.
Yeah.
So I feel like they can only go more far with it, but it's good experimental.
I think they're gonna try and do like a Love Me Right.
Love Me Left.
Tropical version.
Because they had the dust cannons or whatever you call it. A throwback.
It kind of looks like it. Just looks like a tropical Love Me Right. Moving on. So we're going to talk about Boys 24. What are you doing?
I'm trying to give them
Boys
options.
24, which was the other boy competition group that was last summer. And I think they had another show earlier this year. Some of you may not know, they actually have, I think, like 25 members still now, even though it's called Boys 24.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wasn't the whole point to cut it down?
Yeah, but then like when one of the members like left, who was in the top, they like added 3 more people or something. And so like 2 people left. Yeah, it was. So then like, it's weird. But now they have like all these, I think like 25 or something members, and so like they've been doing units still, like unit white and black and yellow. So now they're finally going to make their final group, I think like around August 12th. I can't really remember the date. It's like around that time. And so they should finally just have a complete group of 9, I think. 7 members that are chosen by the people, and then 2 members that are chosen by the producers. Look out for that.
You're like, keep that, homies. But you brought up an interesting point when we were talking about that. Them the first time, they're gonna be going head to head.
They're gonna be head to head with like Produce 101, Group 101,
which is interesting because they're in the same company. So is that on purpose?
I don't know. I'm hoping they do like some collab thing. That would be cute.
Because there's really no, like, from the point of Mnet, since they're both Mnet products, there's no reason to have them compete. Like, let them use each other as much as they can.
Yeah, which is why I'm hoping they do something together, so it makes it seem like they're more of a unit, and I feel like that would get Boys 24 more popularity, because, like, I've seen people say, like, before when Boys 24 was coming out, that people were like, oh man, they're not as good looking as they like should be. Yeah,
as they should be.
Yeah, well, like I don't know what they were expecting.
There's no Brad Pitt in there.
So like when that happened, and then like now they're like, I've seen people like saying like, I don't know why people were saying they're ugly, because they're just as good looking as the Produce 101 trainees, which kind of makes me happy that people are starting to see like they're not as bad. I feel like they just got a bad rap because they didn't have companies behind them like Produce 101 had, and they didn't have a season before them that was like really successful. Mm-hmm. So hopefully they get like interactions with 101, and then that gives them the popularity that they need.
Because I mean, not to say that I don't want 101 to do well, but it almost makes like the idea of Produce 101. I mean, Boys 24 makes more sense than the idea. Like it makes more sense in the full scheme of things because it's boys who specifically aren't signed to companies. So when they make it in their group, they just make it in the group, and there's none of that whole fight that when are our trainees gonna come back because we need them to prove, like, because they're already under companies that want to, you know, utilize their newfound fame, and it's none of that awkwardness. It's just like, now you're part of this group, this is your, and just the awkwardness of like when they eventually have to disband. It's like, are they ever gonna do anything again together? And then people comparing them as, you know, 101 versus their individual groups. So yeah, I really hope that Boys 24 does well because it just makes sense.
Yeah.
So let's move on to the new hot group on the scene, Beyond the Scenes. So I'm just going to take a moment and stop real quick and point out the fact that I said Beyond the Scenes, and throughout this segment I keep referring to them as Beyond the Scenes. It's actually Beyond the Scene, and it's really funny because right before I recorded this segment I made sure to check whether it was Beyond the Scenes or Beyond the Scene, and I still brain farted anyway. So just for everyone, because I know people are going to be asking, I do know it's Beyond the Scene now. I just had a terrible brain fart, but who am I kidding? Y'all going to drag me in the comments anyway. But I just wanted you guys to know. So moving on.
Oh gosh.
So everyone flipped out. I don't remember, was it July 5th, I believe, was when they uploaded the video.
Is that when they did it?
Fact check. This was when they uploaded the video. So BTS's main channel on YouTube, their official channel on YouTube, like the big hit channel, not the Bangtan TV channel, uploads a video to their to their channel, and basically it's called logo animation. And in it like shows this like shape forming into these two new logos, one that says BTS under it and one that says ARMY, and at the end you had Rapman saying
Beyond the Scene, BTS.
And I was like, oh, woo. But
is that right?
I was like, oh, I started doing like a praise dance. But basically everyone, it was really funny because the first thing people thought this was a comeback trailer. And I was like, yes, because I remember them saying, or there was like a general statement that they'd make a comeback in the second half of the year after they wrap up. So they actually wrapped up they did their last show on July 3rd in Sapporo, Japan. So that was on July 5th, and people were like, dang, they're already ready, and everyone's freaking out. But then you hear from Big Hit that they basically did rebranding, and now I'm pretty sure they're retiring the bulletproof vest for this new logo. So BTS has a logo, and ARMY have a logo now, which I think is so cute.
Yeah.
And they just kind of talked about how this kind of rebranding kind of took years, not years. Oh my God.
I was gonna be like, really?
They've been working on this rebranding for the past year, and you know they've been working for the top like, you know, top really savvy like designers and things like that, and market consultants and things like that to like make sure that this is what they wanted to do. So there was a lot of thought that went into it, and it was kind of, the way I saw it, it was kind of them acknowledging that like they're kind of a big deal now, and how like they've kind of expanded their horizon and what, you know, their group is about, because they're, you know, in my opinion, touching all these people around the world. So what did you think of the new design?
I thought it was cute. I also thought like it just like marked a time where they're just like really big, and so like they're really focusing on the fact that they need to start branching out and like rebranding themselves basically.
And it's kind of cool because, I mean, not to bring, because I know this is a sore spot for somebody, but one of the things that we kind of forgot to talk about was the fact that EXO hit us with a new logo.
Oh yeah, so cute.
And it's somebody said it was a South African plant in the live stream, so I'm gonna go with that. But yeah, it's this plant, and all it was what, like a plant with 5 leaves, and you knew exactly what it symbolized. And I feel like SM in general, but specifically with EXO's logo, it's like it means so much, and they've manipulated it and changed it and did it up different ways throughout the years, and you just know, like when you see it, it doesn't even have to have the EXO explicitly, you just know. So I feel like with this, like, while the bulletproof vest, of course, symbolizes a lot, especially since there's still bulletproof Boy Scouts, like Bangtan translates into bulletproof Boy Scouts, it still symbolizes a lot, but I feel like this logo is maybe a bit more versatile and can be like construed and constructed into different things, but I definitely think it's really cool. And then also the fact that they kind of, I talked about this in the live stream, but they did a backronym, and I'm literally, I'm so excited to use this word. But I literally talked about all this in the live stream. The only other backronym I know is BoA. Kwan BoA, the SM solo artist. So her name is BoA. Her actual name is Kwan BoA. But when she got really popular and she started getting popular all over Asia, they backonymed it, which is when you go back and make it stand for something. So they would say it stands for Beat of Asia. So in the same way, Bangtan BTS was literally Bangtan Sonyeondan, but now they backonymed it to stand for Beyond the Scenes.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really, really cool. Moving on, Red Velvet released their red flavor. It's a great song. I love it.
Yeah.
I feel bad because I don't know if this is a bad thing, but they actually performed it at the SMTown concert before the official music video dropped. So you had this really super clear fan cam. So you saw like the full dance, and it's so good. Like it's so upbeat. It looks like it will be like a blast to learn. And it just looks like super fun. It's super boppy.
Yeah.
It's super summery. And I feel like this is, I say this all the time, but this is definitely the type of summer songs I'm looking for. Like the ones that like years down, you'll remember.
Yeah.
And you'll be like, remember the summer when they released that? And
fruit was just falling from the sky. And they were interviewing fruit for some reason while doing the sign language on the side.
I was like, put everything in this. Just, they plagiarized from 17. Remember when 17 had that little circle?
Oh my, that's what I was thinking of when I saw it.
SM, you're getting a lawsuit. You know what? Make it a class action. I'll get in that playlist. I want some of that check. But there's like, the thing about Red Velvet is that the whole the velvet, although I feel like we've been seeing a lot of red lately, but
what do you mean?
Like, I feel like,
that
yeah.
they only do red?
Although somebody said one of the comebacks was supposed to be a mix of the red and the velvet.
One of them was? Which one?
I think somebody said Russian Roulette was, but I feel like we're very red.
But that was very, like, that was really, really red. Like, I don't remember was there, like, a ballad in that one?
I don't think so.
That was, like, all, like...
No, I mean, just the song Russian Roulette. Maybe because it has pastel colors.
That was red.
Yeah, I feel like it's red. We got a lot of red.
They were dancing all happy, like, I don't know.
But
it seemed red all the way.
But I like they're like, I think they really are the embodiment of quirky. Like, and I know people hate this, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Since I haven't listened to the album yet, let's do the best we can do, and let's rank top 5 Red Velvet title tracks.
You just want me to, you just want to say, thinking, I know what she's gonna say for first.
I just want to yell at her.
Okay, I got my order. So 5 is Happiness.
5 is Happiness.
For me.
For me, 5 is Russian Roulette. Russian Roulette? What is 4?
Red Flavor.
I don't even put that on. LOL. Okay, then. Okay, 5 is Russian Roulette and Happiness for me, then. 4 is Red Flavor. 3
is Automatic.
3 for me is Dum 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 Dum.
Whoa.
Dum 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 Dum.
What's before this? What?
Dum Dum. This era, I liked it so much. I thought this was their best done era.
What's
era?
Do you put Automatic as your second?
Automatic is my first. I like Automatic better than Ice Cream Cake.
Oh my gosh, really?
I actually listen to Automatic more than I listen to Ice Cream Cake. But I appreciate Ice Cream Cake's aesthetic. I like, as much as I like Automatic, I appreciate Ice Cream Cake.
So I was not expecting that. My number 2 is Ice Cream Cake.
What's your number 1?
Dum Dum. You know what my number 1 is? Dum 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 Dum
Dum Dum Dum Dum Dum Dum. Russian roulette. So, Sugi keeps slaying my edges. I don't know what to say.
Just keep...
So let's move on to SMTown. It was held on July 8th. The kickoff SMTown, Korea, and there's a lot of stories coming out of that. So let's get started. Specifically Yunho was performing Neurotic, the VIP fan I saw, a song that was originally made for 5 people by himself.
Yeah.
That broke my heart. And because both of our favorite songs is Neurotic.
Thank you. The first song that I knew by them, that I was like, I get why they're legendary.
And so to see that, and we were talking about this before, but for me, TV5Q, how do they put the 5 in there? TVXQ when they were 5 is like the TVXQ I know. Like, that's the legendary TVXQ to me. Just because, like, when I came in and, like, how they were, like, what status they were about the time I was a K-pop fan. So that's always ingrained in my head. So, like, it's particularly, like, I think of it like this is a 5-member song with them, one person singing it. But it was kind of brought to my attention. I think you kind of brought it up. The fact that at this point, they've been 2 longer than they've been 5. They were 5. Since they debuted in 2003 and the split happened in like 2009.
So 6 years.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, it's like there's probably somebody who knows TVX, or I guess if you found out about TVX2, and you would go back and see their past history.
I feel like that's how I started to pay attention to them.
You found them when they were 2?
Yeah, because like I only got into K-pop 2010, so that was like after they already broke up. So I knew them as 2, and then like I realized they had like 5, and I was like, ooh, I like Neurotic. This is nice. And then I was like, I also like their 2-member songs as well. So like when I came, so I was already like only a fan of the 2 at first, but like I definitely like the older members too.
Yeah, I guess people go back. Maybe I'm just being dramatic. But another thing that kind of reminded me of is that I was talking to my sister a while ago. And for me, once again, because when I came into K-pop, like, this makes me seem like I am a veteran fan. But because when I came into K-pop, I saw 2PM debut. And I remember just being super into them, especially like their first couple comebacks and stuff like that. And I thought they were the coolest group. But like J-Bum was such a huge presence in that group. And because I was a baby to K-pop and they were a new group, like that's just the version of 2PM who's imprinted in me. But technically, J-Bum was only in that group for like a year, and they've been around for almost 10 years. Next year will be their 10th year, so it's kind of like, girl, you're being dramatic. But for me, J Park was such a big deal. Like, there's so many people who was like, J Park was in 2PM, or funniest quote I saw on Twitter, it was like, J Park was in 2PM. I know J Parker was in 2PM, but damn, J Park was in 2PM? And it's kind of like, yeah, I guess. But for me, I just can't see them. Like, it just only makes sense. But I think the huge highlight of this whole thing, or of Yunho's performance, was the fact that when he was performing Drop, his pants ripped and his thawing was out on display. Now, I'm gonna try to handle this with class because, Yunho deserves it, but I was like, I mean, not like I saw anything. I'm not saying that. But I was like, dang. I was like, imagine I had sunglasses. I was like, but I felt bad. Because that cannot be comfortable, no matter, because he, like, kept dancing. He was like, because it was like, but he just kept dancing.
It was like such a quick second, too. He went, split, and then kept dancing.
Like, you think I'm going to miss that count? You thought. And he kept going, and it was almost
and
like.
it just kept getting worse.
Yeah. It was like, and that's the funny thing, like, he could have turned down the intensity, because that rip was only gonna get worse. But he was like, girl, you think I never did this before? Blip. And then they lifted him up in the air and he was like, throw me something. I was like, you better do it on them, King, you know? Are you kidding me? I just thought it was crazy, but that would have been so uncomfortable for me.
Yeah, no, I definitely would turn off the lights. Lights would have been like, switch pants.
One of you background dancers, switch pants.
And I'm like, give me your pants, please.
Give me, I don't
don't even care about you.
But it's because he's one thick. I can't even say.
Majama.
No.
I know that's not.
Is one thick bitch. Let me see that you see. You know.
You did a very good job.
Yeah,
you know, keep going.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think most people would have. It would have.
I would
been
never.
Like, pause, time out. I wasn't ready.
I'm canceling all the concerts in
I forgot
Korea.
to put my leggings on so you guys, in case this happens.
See, guys need safety pants too. You never know. Oh yeah, there was the one thing that we surmised that he should be like.
Oh yeah, rip off his.
You thought. But I think he was wearing like briefs. So I mean, I don't know. I didn't look. I'm a pure one. I'm a pure one.
She took out a magnifying
glass.
glass.
Not even
like,
true. You
is that?
Expose me on this here today.
What is?
You make me seem like a perv. You know, I respect you.
You know you.
You know, we know you know. So that's it, everyone, for the DDP.
Yeah, you know me.
You down with DDP?
Yeah, you know me. Oh, I got it that time.
I'm glad that you guys joined us for this 80-hour podcast that we had. It's very long, but I hope you enjoyed it. Jazz, what did you think of today's show?
But it was so much fun.
So is there anything you wanted the people to look out for this week? Any upcoming releases? Any JJ projects coming back?
Hey, it just so happens the JJ project is coming back. So look out for that. I don't know what I was gonna actually phrase that. It's gonna be look on out for that.
Look on out for that. Boom.
I don't know when that's happening, but look out for that.
And for me, I'm gonna request a throwback album. King Rain, his album Rainism. I believe it was his 5th album. Bop to end all bops. One of the things that made me a fan to a stan. Check it out if you like good music. That's it for the DDP.
Yeah, you know me.
See you next time.
I did it so well, and then you lied.
It's you know DDP. Yeah, you know me. Not yeah, you know me.
No, that's the same thing. The fudge, people, like, you hear this?
Mess.